on sickle cell so that everybody can read it. But I want Samantha Greaves. I've known you for how long, Samantha? You've grown old, I've grown old for a long, long time. She knew me before I was a grandmother, and I knew her before she was a grandmother. But I am so proud of her. This lady does so much for sickle cell. That's why when I was coming here, I said, Samantha, come with me, come on. And the gentleman sitting, my pretending husband, he's
part-time.
Part-time, eh? Or co-husband. is also very, very good about with the support for sickle cell. We had a lady, Mrs. Treasure. She died. She's a lady who was known in sickle cell, never got paid for the jobs she was doing, but Mrs. Treasure did everything she could in order for sickle cell to be known. And she's the one who started this sickle cell support group in Enfield. Enfield has got a vibrant sickle cell support group. This is where Samantha belongs. I think I've talked too much. Let me leave it to Samantha.
Good evening, everybody. Amen. I have to say a big amen for being here today. I wasn't expecting to be here, and I'm so much in awe of the... I didn't even realise this room was so packed, to be quite honest, because I'm really at the front. And I want to say a big thank you on behalf of myself and everybody else that has sickle cell for the support, the awareness, everything that's going on in this church today. I just feel so blessed and humbled that you guys are doing so much. I appreciate it, and on behalf of everybody else, the carriers, people like myself in full blow. But as Martha said, yes, I was born in the 60s, so I was one of the first people. I was one of the guinea pigs of the UK. So every drug that they needed to test was going through like my body, my era, people of my age, my generation. And they didn't really care about us, they didn't care about black people much on the whole anyway. So to have somebody sick and they didn't know what it was like, we was there for testing. So a lot of the reasons I've been in hospital, maybe not for the sickle cell itself, is because of the effects of the drugs that they put through my body, but it was necessary for now. Our next generation now has good support, they have good medication for the sickle cell, but it had to be tested on somebody. Just unfortunately, it was my generation. But I am fortunate because I didn't stick with, I've got nothing against doctors or nurses, I praise them, they do a wonderful job, but I think that people with sickle cell do need to take a lot of responsibility for their own health care, and stop taking drugs every day. I'm talking about prescribed drugs, and also to look at your nutrition, what you're actually putting in your body, because what you put in there is what you actually are, So I don't actually take drugs every day. It's surprising that I'm here today, so I have to say a big thank you and praise to, to the Lord above, because I was in sickle cell crisis this week, and I haven't had a crisis for over a year. I've had a lot of pains, but I've not fallen into crisis. And the reason I had a crisis is because there's a lot going on in my life right now, and the weather doesn't help. The cold just brings it on. So I was actually in crisis. So when I heard about this event, I wasn't able to share it with the support group, because I'm actually the vice secretary of our group in Enfield, and I was flat out on my back, I couldn't move. So it's only yesterday that I was able to tell anybody that it was going on. And it's surprising that I'm actually up, standing up straight here today, because a crisis can usually last, for me, about 2 weeks. That I'm in pain, I didn't even go into hospital, I was managing it myself at home, but the fact that I'm up here standing and I'm here today, I know who got me here. And another thing, to see so many people here, because we do a lot of awareness. I've been doing awareness since the 90s for sickle cell. I was a fundraiser, awareness, I was doing all this different thing. But to see so many people in a room for sickle cell, it doesn't happen. You can usually count them on your hand if you're lucky. Maybe you might get 30 people, on a good day. But to see so many people here, in Enfield, and you've got a support group in Enfield. So I don't know if anybody here is suffering from sickle cell, has it in the family, knows of anybody, but we do have a good support group in Enfield, and we meet every 4th Saturday of the month. So last Saturday was the meeting for last month, so the 4th Saturday of every month afterwards, and you're all welcome to come And it's, I'll give you the address details later if anybody wants to know. But there is a support group in Enfield. But I just want to say thank you again to everybody for doing what you're doing. It's been fantastic, and I'm looking forward to hearing more. Thank you.
I don't know whether there are questions, people want to ask questions. We are here if they do.